Finding hope can be an interesting thing when someone we love is going through a terminal illness or diagnosis. For me, and then also for the families that I would walk through in my work in hospice care, sometimes it would mean like hope for a cure, hope that they would get better. But there is still hope even when someone's life is nearing its end. It changes. For some people, it was the hope of being able to have their family come together for a meal at the hospice, or being able to celebrate a milestone, even if that milestone wouldn't be happening for a few years. And hope really helped transform my family and I's experiences with loss with two different people. When I think about my mom and her illness, my brother's birthday was at the beginning of September, and she had died at the end of that month. But there was hope that she was stable enough to still be at home and receive care from her team. So while we were able to have a really great pool party and celebration for my brother, we also got to celebrate her. And it gave her friends and her family and those who weren't living with her an opportunity to sit and talk and have that goodbye. Even if we have those moments of goodbye, sometimes it still doesn't feel like there's enough, but to give people that window and that opportunity for her to be around those people she loves was so powerful and brought a lot of hope in. And interestingly enough, like, we had to revisit hope a lot when my grandmother, her mother, had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I was her primary caregiver, and this all happened during COVID. What does hope look like for us when we can't see her and she's declining? And we were luckily able to get her to our family home. It took a lot of paperwork. They were finally out of outbreak, but we were able to bring her home for her birthday and to sit and have her son, who she couldn't see. I lived out of the city. My other siblings were also living away from home. So for all of us to come together and celebrate with some of her favorite things, like, Swiss Chalet, and we got the big goofy inflatable birthday balloons, the foil ones with helium, just anything to make it special. And just our classic ritual of, a Dairy Queen ice cream cake, and eating that for dessert. And it was 2-3 hours of our time, but it meant so much to each of us. And she might not have been able to express it, but we knew how much that made a difference for her. And it all gave us that little instillment of hope that, even though dementia took so much from her and eventually it took her life, but it never took away the spirit of who she was and how her eyes lit up when she got to see the people she loved. And that's what helped give me hope during that time. And it's so powerful.